Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quantitative Reasoning, QR, for Math 1100 for the first summer session. This is MyOpenMath. So let me give you a little tour of what's going on in here. Now, on Blackboard, you do have a calendar of due dates. You also have a calendar located in MyOpenMath. So either one, when you log in, you'll be able to see when things are due. So if you go to the calendar immediately, you can see our course and when everything's due. All right. So here's my office hour today is from 10 to 11, and your introductions post is due tomorrow. Now, if you click on tomorrow, you will be able to then go to the bottom of the calendar and click a link to go directly to the introduction. You can see that a few people have already posted. Thank you very much to you, my friends. On here, you can see when things are due. We have the introductions reply is due in a couple days. I need you to write me a letter, and that's going to go on here as well. So here's what that'll look like. And you press start. Write a paragraph or more describing your past math experiences. It could be involving a teacher, a parent, or just a little bit about math and how you feel about it. It's fine by me. Remember, I didn't invent math, so I will not get offended if you really, really hate it. But I'll also be quite happy if you really like it. And I hope if you don't like it, I can change your mind a little bit this semester because this class is a little bit different from a traditional math class, and I think you'll find it very interesting. I also want to know about your learning space. So you're at home, the library, are you using McDonald's as Wi-Fi? I just want to know what's going on and what your space looks like. And I'll tell you about my space. I work in my room. I have my laptop and my computers and my books around. So I'm able to close my door because it is my bedroom when I don't want people to hear what's going on. And right now, like I'm talking, so my room door is closed. Um, what are you using for class? The computer, tablet, or phone, something like that. You could tell me your major in there if you want to, although I have that in the introductions as well. So you can tell me anything about yourself you want to. Here we have one of our first assignments that's a little bit more official is the tutorial. This one doesn't count, the student tutorial, but you can go through it, especially if you've never used MyOpenMath before. It'll instruct you on how to enter things and what multiple choice questions look like and how to do some different things. So that's a really nice tutorial if you've never used MyOpenMath before. We have homework, a lot of homeworks due next week. There are bits and pieces. So, it looks like a lot of homework, but once you get into something like 1.1, there are 13 questions. So make sure you pace yourself during that time, okay? You don't want to do it all in one day. That's a little bit difficult. So getting started, you can also approach the class in this way. Dates are wrong there. I'll fix that, no worries. But the student tutorial comes first, obviously. Our course materials and resources are located here. So here's our tutoring center. We do STEAM tutoring at Housatonic. They're not available till next week, but you won't need them immediately anyway. You can do online tutoring with them, which is really nice. And so you can set an appointment through here, or you can call them to set up an appointment with them as well. I have my office hours, and so you would go to tutoring, especially if my office hours don't work for you. I think I put 10 to 11, so I think I have that marked wrong there. I forget what I wrote. So I'll make sure it's across the board the same thing. What did I put in the calendar? Okay, let's check. Yeah. Oh, no, 11 to 12. I keep saying 10 to 11. I don't know why I said that. Okay. So 11 to 12 are my office hours. So I will answer your questions immediately, as I told you in the previous video. However, you can always contact me at any time and I'll reply within 24 hours. Again, here's our syllabus, which I went over in another video, our course outcomes, policies and procedures. Here's our workbook. So if you click on here, entire workbook will download. Again, I have mailed that to your homes. So if you prefer paper, that's going to be ready for you for next week when you get it. But if you use a tablet, this is a very good way to approach this class. Okay. So there's our entire course. And okay, here we go. So sometimes, actually, you know what? I'll go over this in another video. All right, let me just give you the rest of the tour. Here's our textbook version. So there's an online textbook version as well. Our OpenStax college success book is in there as well, because I think that that's important to kind of learn from. I use this for my CCS class when I teach that. Here's some great websites to use if you need some help and to be able to look things up on. Graphing calculator, I would really stick to that Desmos. I love Desmos, it's the best. So that's what our course materials has. Discussions and journals are located in here, so you can absolutely work ahead. See some people have already done that and they're not due until next week. So keep going. There's no I will mark it down if it's late, but doing stuff ahead of time is great. And the journals are not directly tied to the math in this course. Um, so I think you can work ahead on those and it won't be a big deal. What I did skip over is this questions forum right here. So in this, if you have a question on anything in the course and you don't mind asking it to not only me, but to the entire class, you can add a new thread here and post your questions. I also encourage you that if you do find something wrong with a video or something wrong with the workbook, post it in there. Say, you typed the wrong thing on page 27 or whatever. You can post it in there and I'll keep track of what those things are. Okay, so unit 1 starts down here and you can see just work it in order. So unit 1A has the videos. So you see those videos there. Okay. The videos do not have due dates, but you should absolutely be working through these videos before you approach the homework. So work through these videos, okay? And they're tied to the workbook. So you see this is video example 5, and that's tied to the workbook. And I'll go over that in more detail in another video on how to approach that. You can print out the workbook pages or download them separately from here as well. So you can do that. And we have E1B, 1C, and then we have our quizzes. Our quizzes in here, they're open for you to take. You can tell when they're due. You could take this 3 times. So keep doing better. That's all. And you can see here, they look exactly like homework and you'll just kind of scroll through them and answer. You could check your answers. So some of them will be marked wrong and then you can get to redo them again. You can see you have not submitted it for grading yet. Don't forget to come back and do that. So you could start and stop those quizzes at any point once you've done the homework. You always want to do the homework first, obviously, before you approach the quiz, because they're very much similar. And I always recommend, and this is not cheating because it is an online course, to have your homework open at the same time as the quiz. So you've completed the homework, that's done, you've submitted it, and you can have it open at the same time as your quiz. So let's say we're in 1C, and here's your online homework, and you're in 1.6. You could have that open. And then I would, for me, I have a PC, so I would right click, open that, and then I would go back and open the quiz and have them both open at the same time. The quizzes are not timed, so you can take as long as possible on it. But if you see a homework matches up exactly to a quiz problem, then you're going to want to help yourself out and use your homework problem that you got right to help you with your quiz. Now, homework can be done as many times as possible. You can get 100 on every single homework. So you want to make sure you do that to the best of your ability. If you are getting stuck on some, don't be shy. Ask questions. See how the homework looks a lot the same in terms of showing up. That one's very word problem or very much a vocabulary homework in particular. So, all right. So then we have unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. The assessments are going to be located in here. Notice there's nothing there yet. So you can work ahead on homework and quizzes but the assessments will only be open during assessment week. Okay, so that everybody has the same exact amount time to complete the assessment. Okay, and that's a pretty good tour of everything. Oh, in your grade book, which mine won't say, but you'll have your grades listed in the grade book, so you can check your grades at all times. Now, I do have to say, for the writing assignments and the discussion questions, unfortunately, MyOpenMath will automatically give you a 0. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. It is kind of a weird default. So because they're written in words, it can't check your answers. So I have to go in there and check them and grade them for you. So if you do something at night, I will be grading it the next day. So don't worry, it'll take only a little time. I always comment on all your written assignments. So if there's no written assignment in the comment section of your grade book, then I just haven't graded it yet. I may have missed it. So, let me know, hey, I've done this, and if I've gone over 2 days where I haven't graded it. So please let me know. So always check the grade book there. You can, again, check the calendar. Everything's on there. Forums, that'll give you our discussion questions for the semester. There's only 3. And messages, you can message me in this system here. So it's like an email, and I'll answer that in there. So there's so many ways to contact me. The course map shows all the things that we're doing this term, although some of them, yeah, so a lot of that's in there. So you can approach the course in this way as well. So you could see Unit 1. You could do the videos first, okay, and then work your way through the online homework problems. And then videos again, online homework problems, videos again, online homework problems, and then the quizzes. Now you can do 1A and then go do the 1A quiz if that's how you want to approach the class. It's perfectly fine by me. Just keep in your mind those due dates. That's what's important in the course. And that's pretty much it for MyOpenMath. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask.